were too sweet for me until I stumbled along the river and fell in. The snake's back on his feet, walking down the street. He's coming for you, but baby, I'm coming too. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love.
Hello, everybody. It is August 5th, 2024. I am Drew.
And I'm Tara.
This is America's #1 sibling, Chicago-based sports and entertainment, Butthole Buffoonery 69, celebrating wettest podcast east of, west of the Mississippi River. This is MELLONfights.
MELLONfights.
Mel-fights. Motherfucking Mel-fights.
MELLONfights.
And we are here in August. We hit August.
It's a hot one.
It's a hot one tonight. Tara has to open it while we're recording. She can't not. She doesn't
Just
have
feels
in her.
right.
She doesn't have
It
it in
feels
her
right.
to like open it before we start.
It just feels right to hear the crisp
Mine was
taste
open
of
before
a
it started.
diet a Dr. Pepper and cream soda, 0 sugar.
We're both
That
drinking
shit's
one
good.
of those. It's what we're both
That shit's
drinking.
good.
It's one of those things, Tara. I'm already kind of sick of them.
I'm not.
Where I had
never
a
will
drink
be.
of it, and I'm like, this tastes weird. Tastes like medicine. Like it foamed, but it might have been. But it's not always that way. It was like right after I went on a long walk.
You probably should have just
So.
chugged some water instead.
I
That would
did.
have quenched you.
I did chug water, but then I drank this right after that, and it was like a little odd, a little foamy, and almost like Tums to Tums.
Tom's.
Tara, I'm not so mustachio this week. I'm pretty happy about it. I
Yeah.
was pretty much hating life last week.
I feel like this thing grew quite a bit. Your little soul patch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it all grew about the same, and I trimmed the mustache down a little to make it closer, a little more even. to
Now you're
what,
Mr. 5 o'clock shadow.
Now they call me Johnny 5. That's what I wanted to have, but I fucked it up. I don't shave enough anymore, so I was fucking loosey-goosey with it. It was the first time I tried to do that in decade, not a decade, but a while.
Yeah.
In a minute, that's for sure.
You forgot how it works.
I just wasn't paying attention. So, there's that. Lot to go on today. We got a lot of things planned, so we'll probably get kicking here pretty quick. We'll talk sports, obviously. Let's start with some sports.
All right.
Actually, let's talk about our week. Let's talk about what did you do over the weekend or the last week or so. Any big updates about you over the last week?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's my it's my wet and dry moment of the week too.
Okay. Let's hear it.
So my wet moment of the week is impulsive.
Hold on a second. We'll get you there. As I'm seeing myself, someone said to me the other day, I'm like, are you losing your eyebrows? And like, am I? Look at my eyebrows. Are they just getting light? Like they're hard to see.
Kind of light.
Are they just
I had
getting
to
light because
dye
I've been in the sun a lot? Are they just getting light because of that? Are they getting gray? What's going on? Like,
well, can I say something?
Are they thin? What?
It's hard to see them, but mine were getting really light and almost where I was like, are they gray? So I actually used Just for Men, and I dyed these bitches this week.
Do we have the same thing going on with our eyebrows?
I think so.
So do I need to dye my eyebrows? Because look how dark my facial hair is. And
You
then
might have to.
And then someone's like, "Hey, are you losing your eye?" Like they're hard. Like I look like I don't have eyebrows almost.
A little bit.
Do I got to darken them?
Well, I got some Just for Men that you can borrow.
Look.
I know. I never thought about it until you said it.
I'm gonna have to go back and look. Let me look. Tell your story while I look.
Okay. wettest moment is I decided last minute to impulsively get a tattoo. And
Mm-hmm.
it's really awesome and I love it a lot. But it is also my driest moment because I had these big ass plans in like a week from now. And it was to go to a water park because that's what we talked about last week. And my dumb ass can't do that now because you have to wait 2 to 4 weeks after
You're going to a
getting a
water park next
tattoo.
week
I was going to go to a water park next week, and
without
no, I
me?
am not. No, I was going to invite you, but that was the plan.
You didn't invite me to the water park.
I
You
was
can't go.
no, I was going to invite you to the water park, but then I made a mistake and I impulsively got a tattoo, which creates issues because you can't go in water for 2 to 4 weeks, and yeah, that puts you right when it closes down.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking.
Well, 2
Actually, I
weeks.
thought I was
You
being
can just
pretty.
do it in 2 weeks.
No.
2 to 4. 2 to 4, not 4 for sure.
Yeah.
Wrap it up real nice with some plastic. What do you ruin the rest of my summer? You can't go floating again this summer either then.
No. Well, I
Who are you
can because like floating doesn't close.
Yes, it does.
When?
Memorial Day.
Everything closes. Then nope, I can't. I'm
It's okay.
done with water for the summer like a big fucking idiot.
You're a knob.
I am so mad at myself because I really had all these plans because I have 2 days off in a row mid-August. So I was going to go to the Dells, maybe to, oh, what's that place called? Governor Dodge.
Let's wrap it up. Plastic.
I don't know.
Little plastic wrap on it.
I'll talk to my tattoo guy. See what he thinks.
I don't know what you were thinking.
I don't either, man.
I definitely wanted to go rolling down the river, the lazy river that is.
Well, I just listened to our last episode and I was getting so pissed at myself because we're talking about all our water slides and shit. And
You're not that smart. No one's ever been like, you know who's a smart person? Tara.
that's not even close to true.
No one has ever said that, Tara. You may think no one's like, you know who's smart? No one's like just having a little cash conversation. You go, you know the real smarty? Tara. They don't say that.
Oh, that's because that's not my name, Taria. They might not.
Tara.
Tara. You don't think people think I'm smart?
No one goes out of their way to say it.
I don't know about that.
No one's like, I was like, yeah. I've never been in a conversation where I thought to myself, dang, Tara's smart as hell.
That is rude.
I didn't say you're stupid, but I'm ever like smart. Smart as a whip.
Here's the thing. I am very smart. I just don't always articulate.
Okay, now you've said it. I'm saying I've never said it.
And you're saying no one else has ever said it.
I've never heard it said. That's all I said. I didn't say. I don't know if they've ever said it. But
No,
I've
you
never
were
heard
pretty much like no one has ever said this in their lives.
I've never heard it.
No one has ever said this in their lives that
Have you heard it?
you are smart. Yes.
Who?
People will go, wow, that was insightful, Tara. I'm like, thank you.
Different than smart.
No, you're so smart. I should have thought of that.
Nobody says that to you.
Yes, they have.
Tara. No, they don't.
Yes.
I'm not saying people say it about me, but they don't say it about you for
True.
sure.
I used to work in a corporate environment and people would be like,
oh, this fucking, this thumbtack.
no.
What are you talking about?
I was smart. I knew how to do things. I still am. I just, like I said, I don't always articulate that well, but I'm smart.
Okay.
And people have said it. Maybe not you.
I've never heard it.
You've never thought, you know what, Tara's smart.
I don't think so.
Wow.
I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying I've never said it.
You never
I've never thought. I've never been like sitting there having a convo with you and I'm like, great point, smarty pants. Great point. Never.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that that's hurtful. Because guess what? I've thought we've had conversations where I've said to people, Drew's really smart.
I believe that.
I go, you wouldn't always believe it, but he actually is smart. And then they're like, really? But maybe you're just charismatic and I think you're smart, but you're actually a big dumbass.
I think I'm just normal. think I'm just casually. I'm casual brain function.
You have casual brain function.
Yeah, I have casual brain function. I think that's what I got going on. So,
All right.
but yeah,
Well,
yeah, you're dumb. You got a tattoo, and we can't go. I can go. I'm gonna go to the water park. I'll find someone else to go with. I don't know
Yeah.
who. But Tara, you may not be smart, but I don't have eyebrows, so whatever.
yeah.
What is going on? Look like I have alopecia. That's what
Least-
that is, right?
Yeah. At least I'm
That a thing?
smart enough to dye mine. I don't
I'm
even.
just not as vain as you.
Well, I'm obviously not vain because I don't. Last week you said I don't get dressed up and looking nice for the camera anymore. So part of the reason why I don't ever sound articulate is because Drew's a dickhole and he'll act like I'm taking forever to talk. So
I was letting you talk. I was letting you talk, but you're like geek gook gok a gook gook a gok.
So then I start to
You were
get
just proving
anxious.
my point for
No,
me.
I get anxious and then I start to stumble and bumble.
Your own fault. Your anxiousness is what. Don't blame me.
Oh, it is you because I start telling stories and then you
If you
fall asleep.
if you were
and
this
you yawn
articulate
and-
genius you were thinking you are, I might not get snored out here and there.
I told you I'm not articulate, but I'm smart.
Okay.
And one of the reasons I'm not articulate is because I'm always second guessing myself because of assholes like you and Dad who snore while I start
Stop.
telling stories.
That doesn't have to do with articularity.
yeah,
Articularity. I made that up, I think. No, that has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does.
I
Because
don't
then
think
I'm
so.
all in my nags. All in my
Mhm.
noggin.
I just melt words out of my mouth. I don't really care what happens.
I know.
Let it spew. Let it spew. Just make words come fast and furious, and people will think you know what you're talking about. I didn't get a tattoo this week. My wettest moment of the weekend is I made ribs and smoked cigars. That's a pretty good Sunday night, if you ask me. My driest moment was after that. I watched the House of the Dragon season finale. It was a pile of dog shit. That show sucks. I'm done with it. I don't know why I watched the whole second season. I hated every second of it. But I'm for sure done now because they literally just did the finale, Tara. Not a damn thing happened. A season think about how the finales used to end.
Yeah, where they
On
leave
Game
you
of
on
Thrones.
a cliffhanger.
You'd be like, oh my God.
Oh my
that
God,
motherfucker
the
dead?
Red Wedding. That was the final, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Good try though. Good
I didn't watch
try,
the first 5 seasons.
But
We
that was
all
just
know
the end of an
this.
episode. They did that at the end of a season. They weren't even terrible. It was almost like everyone's on their way to where they're going now. That was it. That was like the end of it. It was boring. It was so boring, Tara. God, damn, it was boring. I hate that show. If anyone's out there saying it's good, they're dumb as fuck. Any of you listeners, email us, MELLONfights. That's MELLONfights@gmail.com. You're dumb. You're as dumb as Tara.
Is that a new thing now?
Probably.
Sweet. Love
Probably.
it for me.
Yeah. But yeah, my wet moment was ribs and cigars. That was pretty cool. That was like the manliest thing I've done in a long time. I made ribs. Me and my buddy John ate some ribs, and then we smoked a fucking cigar and had some beverages. It was a good night.
I'm going to say that doesn't sound good. The ribs, great. The cigar,
Well, yeah,
terrible.
that doesn't sound good.
I have no
Tara,
interest in smoking a cigar.
Whatever. You've smoked a cigar in your life and had a
I
good
know,
time.
and I
Don't act
hated
like you
it.
haven't.
I hated it.
You had a good time. I will say, I was like, this morning I woke up. I'm like, what's that? Oh, yeah, cigar. Yeah, luckily there's no one in my bed with me because I like after I brushed my teeth, I was like, why is my breath so bad? I'm like, oh, the cigar. I was like, gross. I was like, ugh, gnarly.
Gnarls.
Gnarls, barkles. Sports. Olympics have been going on since we last spoke. Lots have happened at the Olympics over the last week. What are your big takeaways thus far from the Olympics, Tara? Anything from the last 10 days or so of the Olympics? 8 days. I don't know how far into it we are. Started a Friday, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, like 10 days of Olympics so far.
One of the things is, unless someone's winning a medal, I don't really want to watch the race.
Agreed.
It's like,
Agreed.
oh, it's the semifinals. I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to watch this. Unless it's
Yeah,
if it were Sha'Carri, then I'd be like, okay, I'll watch her
Sha'Carri, huh?
race.
We're calling her Shikari now?
Isn't that? Isn't
Shikari?
it? I thought she went by Shikari.
Oh, I've only heard people say Shikari. Shikari Richardson. Shikari. You say Terry, I say Tari. Well, I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't really matter.
Anyway, yeah, unless there's a medal involved, I'm just kind of like, oh, this is only the semifinals, and we have to wait for tomorrow to medal.
Oh, like a
swim?
qualifier.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, especially
nah,
the swimming.
not for
I'm like,
me.
I don't. I'm like,
Right?
no one even seems to care when they win a medal half the goddamn time.
I know, especially in swimming. I feel like mostly in swimming.
Because I think the same people have been winning for the last like 5 Olympics.
Yeah.
It's like, we get it. You've won a lot of medals, Ledecky. Titmus. That's a good last name, though. But there's been some big stars in the Olympics. There's the guy that shoots with his hand in his pocket and just wears glasses. That guy's cool. I don't disagree. Like the day before, everyone was psyched about the chick doing with her hand in the pocket, but she had like all the cool eye stuff and she looked like a superhero. Mm-hmm. But then everyone forgot about her a day later because fucking Joey Glasses is like, fuck all y'all. Boo. He said he started shooting because he was like, he just started shooting. I think he was going through a divorce and he's like wanted something to do.
He's like, I think shooting shit.
He's gonna kill his old ex-wife or the new man, maybe the new guy.
Maybe an episode.
He looked like he was pretty chill. It doesn't look like he was actually angry. He looked like he was just chill as fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, this is what I do now.
I just shoot.
I'm cool.
With my hand in my pocket.
Turkish.
Then we had the pommel horse guy who was a big star, American pommel horse.
I didn't see that.
Oh, he really only focused on pommel horse. It was his specialty, and that's why he came to the Olympics. And it all came down to him in order for them to get on the podium, and he nailed his routine, and they got the bronze.
Oh.
His name's Steven Nedorowski or something like that. And he was meditating the whole time, and it was on him, showing him, and he had his glasses on. And then when he went up to the horse, he took them off, and he pommel horsed. And
that didn't hit my screen at all, so I didn't even see that.
That's crazy because also he's, I think, legally blind, so he can't see anything when he's doing it. So he has to do it all by feel.
I didn't see it happen, but I saw him take his glasses off.
Yeah.
Tap your mic quick. Okay, it just sounded weird.
Yeah.
So he was far away from it.
So he was awesome, and he ended up winning the bronze as well for just the individual events, which was awesome.
Sick. I didn't see it.
Yeah, good.
I didn't watch any gymnastics this year, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, that was my favorite part.
It's all the same. I'm watching new stuff. I liked. What else did I like? Do you see the guy with the dong?
Yeah, that was
the guy
awesome.
The guy that did the pole vault.
Yes.
And his dong is so big that it caught the pole and the pole vault, and you can see it shimmering. It was like, dang, dong.
And it was
Johnny Dong out there.
And I feel like it was the whole ass dong that took him down.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, his something hit
the dong
first.
Looked like it was like the dong looked like it really dominated the pole.
Yeah, it like reached out for it and pulled it down.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know the guy's name, but congratulations, sir.
I just know he's from France. Bonjour.
Congratulations.
Bonjour.
You think France was packing it for him? Trying to get some views? Packing the heat?
No, I think that was all natural.
Okay.
He's mad at his dong now.
He was?
I think so. Cost him
can I tell you something?
Medal.
He ain't never been mad at that dong. Never once. Never once he's been like, shrink a dink, please.
No.
Never once. So, I don't really want to talk about the boxing thing with the trans.
She's not trans.
I know, Tara, but that's what they said.
No shit. Talk about rage bait and getting people angry and lying.
I don't really want to talk about it though because it's so fucking. Because everyone's talked about it and I don't want to talk about it. Moving on, because it's not worth talking about because everyone's such a fucking loser.
Everyone is a fucking loser. Especially the girl who started it.
I said I didn't want to talk about it. Everyone talked about it. I just don't want to.
The men's 100
Let's have some fun.
meter.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Photo finish.
The final.
Yeah.
The final. Yeah.
And
it
it's
was so
like
dang close.
nobody knew. Well, they thought it was the Jamaican, and then it was the American. Woo!
Yeah.
Noah.
I haven't seen a good still frame yet with him winning it.
It's so hard to tell.
Everyone keeps putting up the one where everyone else's feet are technically further ahead than his.
But
his foot was already down. No, his foot is down on the line. But it came down the other. So clearly for it to be down where it's at, it had to be at the line. And their feet aren't down yet. So he clearly had his foot down first. But gets that shot. How are you not getting that shot? Come on, guys. Get the better shot. But
he didn't even think he won. He was like congratulating the Jamaican guy.
Yeah.
And then it was
that was crazy.
What?
Men's hoops is dominating.
Yeah.
Women's hoops, I guess, is dominating. I watched like 2 seconds.
I didn't watch any of it. I'm telling you, Caitlin Clark, I probably would have.
Everyone would
Angel
be
Reese.
Tara. No one's watching it.
I know.
No one's watching
Especially since they lost to the WNBA rookies. It's like, oh.
Giannis willed the Greek team. Yes, the fact that they lost
to the
just
stars,
the All-Stars made people go like, yeah, I'm not watching that. But yeah, Giannis willed his team to the elimination round. That's fun.
He's so good.
He leads all scorers in the Olympics, averaging 27 a game. That's fun as well.
Very fun.
He's shooting like something crazy, like almost 70%.
How are his free throws?
He's like shot like they don't shoot a ton of free throws in the Olympics. I think he's 6 of 9, something like that. But he's just Giannising it, and they play Germany. I want to say, does that sound right? Take down the fucking Wagners.
Yeah.
When do they play? I'm gonna watch that. I've been watching them. I've been watching that just because I love watching Giannis. But they're always playing so early. Whoa!
Ooh.
How'd that happen?
Ooh.
What am I doing, Tara?
You're looking up when the next Greece game is.
But this thing I got to stay off the internet because what happens is I'll set it to watch later, like because it's like middle of the night.
Oh.
And then the fucking internet will tell me what the fuck happened. I can't stand it.
Yeah. That's the thing. If something's already happened, this girl can't
go on the internet at all.
Well, this girl can't watch it because she'll have to go on the internet and check. She'll have to.
Greece plays at 4 a.m.
Oh God.
tonight.
That's very early.
So I'm gonna have that set to go. And the U.S. plays at 2:30 tomorrow.
Who do they play?
Brazil.
Brazil.
And Greece plays Germany. France plays Canada. Serbia plays Australia. I don't know how they snuck in. With their one win. One win, but their point differential just got him in. But that's kind of crazy because you got Jokic in, you got Giannis in, you got Wembanyama in, and then you got obviously all the United States guys in there, and then Canada. So like a lot of NBA guys are all there still. It's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
So I guess if I'm going to say what I'm looking forward to the rest of the Olympics, it's going to be I hope Giannis can pull off an upset against Germany. That'd be fun. And then the United States. I guess I don't care if they win it all.
I mean, they're going to. They better.
No, they could easily lose, Tara.
They better win it all.
Not easily, but they could lose.
To who?
I don't care if they win it. I honestly don't care if they win it all.
True.
Why would I care? Tara, what about...
USA!
On what planet do you think I care about what the U.S. does in the Olympics at this point in my life? I haven't cared what the U.S. has done in anything in 20 years. Who cares?
I mean, we better win the most.
I'm rooting for
medals.
Giannis more than them.
I know.
I'd rather Giannis win. I don't want to see LeBron James win a gold medal. Who cares? Who cares?
Who cares?
What about you? Anything Olympic-y left? You want to like all the stuff you like is pretty much over.
I know.
There's a whole week left. What's even left?
There's beach volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
Soccer.
What are you doing there?
I think the track and field.
What are you doing there?
What do you mean?
What are you doing?
Talking?
What are you doing? Literally, what are you doing?
With this?
Yeah.
Just holding a bracelet?
Fuck. Pay attention.
I am.
You were talking down instead of like being like connected here.
I am.
Why are you playing with? You're looking down and playing with your bracelet. Pay attention. Like, be engaged, T.
It's called a fidget toy.
Tara, can you imagine if I was fidgeting this whole time?
Well,
be engaged. Well, are you bored? Are you bored with
No.
this conversation? You want people to listen to our pod, but you can't even pay attention yourself and you're fidgeting with a bracelet? Come on.
What are you talking about? I was talking and had some.
Yeah, but
good
you were like,
points
you
I
were
was
not
making.
engaged at all. You were like looking down, you weren't talking into the mic. You want people to listen, T?
Oh
Why are you
my
making
God.
faces? First time I'm on the phone with you when you're not making faces. Tara, I am being like, pay attention.
I am
Don't
paying
fidget.
attention.
Why are you fidgeting?
Have you met me? Have you ever watched me?
But you're not. But you weren't talking to the. I'm like, why can't I hear? It's because you were looking down, looking at your bracelet. Why can't I ask? Pay attention. Be engaged.
I am paying attention.
That was not engaged. That was not engaged. You're playing. Literally, we're fidgeting with your bracelet, staring at it, and not look at me. Look at the screen and be engaged.
I was telling you exactly what was coming up, and you just got distracted by me, I guess. But
I wasn't
there's
distracted. You
distance
were
running
distracted.
that's still coming.
You were like, there's some.
I said beach volleyball. I was
and you were like looking at
thinking.
your thing. You were like,
I
okay,
was thinking.
be engaged. You don't think you should be engaged?
I
This is
am
me-
engaged.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Guys, if you guys think Tara should be engaged and
I
paying
am
attention
super engaged.
to her co-host,
Because I was answering the question perfectly.
answer the
just
question does not mean
thinking
you're
about it.
engaged. You can answer a question without being engaged.
I was engaged.
Tara, you were fiddling with a bracelet in your hand, and I said, "What are you doing?" You're like, "What?" I'm like, "What are you doing?" Like, "What? What do you think?" You
I was
couldn't figure out-
confused because I'm answering a question that you asked me,
But I asked what you were doing.
and then I was like, I'm talking. Like, I was
Yeah, but you were also not
confused.
engaged. I'd like you to be engaged.
Oh my God.
I'd like you to be engaged. I don't think that's crazy to ask.
I've been engaged the entire time.
I'd like you to be more engaged. How about that? How about that? I'd like some extra engagement, some excitement. Not, I'm like, oh, you're like, meh, some of this, some of that. Maybe be excited. Like, I love beach volleyball, sandy cracks, baby.
I don't
I don't know.
Yep.
Engagement.
I love beach volleyball. That's
Yeah?
coming up.
What else?
Distance running, which I don't care about.
I said, what are you excited about? Not what you don't care about.
I don't know what else is coming up. Oh, water
Okay.
polo's still going on. That's a fun one.
That's, I guess the thing is, like, I feel like everything's done
I
except for
know.
like basketball. Like 100-meter dashes have already happened. I don't care about any
Right.
other track.
I know it's too
I guess
long.
like the 200's fine. I missed the 4x100. I didn't see it. And there was the mixed one. I didn't see that. And
I
like, that's
saw
the thing is I don't
this-
see in it.
That's the thing.
I
I,
saw,
saw
like,
the
replays of
semifinals
shit.
of that.
I've seen like replays. I hate it. I hate when the Olympics are somewhere else.
I know it makes it really hard because
And also when they put the good stuff on at bad time. Like, because in the morning, I'm here and the real stuff's on, but it's never the good stuff.
right. I've been really like the fact that all of the gymnastics is done bums me out.
Well, it's not all done because they'll have that showcase night they do, which is really stupid. I don't know why they do. It's like the only sport, only a
Did
few
you-
sports do that.
Did you see
know
the
what I'm talking about, right?
trampoline?
Trampoline still has to go, I think.
That is crazy. I'm like, what?
I haven't seen
They
it.
jump so high, and I don't know the rules of it.
How about this people? How about people acting like that the floor in the whatever doesn't help with the jumping in the floor? They're like, oh, it doesn't. They're like, oh, people think it has bounce. Like, it does have some bounce.
Oh, it is some bounce.
If Simone Biles did that on like a wooden like concrete floor, her knees would fucking shatter. I
Yeah.
feel like jump that high and then land like that.
Yeah,
it would
there has to be give.
There's definitely give in that floor.
Yeah.
And like when there's spring, that it helps launch you. It's just
Mm-hmm.
physics. So don't act like it doesn't help. She couldn't jump that high on the floor, like
No.
on a basketball court.
No,
That'd be insane. How about that picture I sent of her and Shaq?
that's crazy. She's so little. She makes me look
She's
tall.
wearing heels in that picture.
I know. She's just a little nugget.
If you guys haven't seen it, Google Shaq and Simone Biles. And it's them standing next to each other the other day. And it's fucking nuts. It's nuts.
It's so crazy.
She's so tiny.
She's so tiny. Like she
And he's
looks
so not
tiny,
tiny.
next to her tiny teammates. Like I think her
Yeah, she-
tallest of teammates is 5'3". and
Yeah.
she just looks teeny.
She looks tiny everywhere she goes.
Yeah,
How tall is she?
4'8". So she
That's-
is. She's like a little nugget.
That's ridiculous. To be 4'8".
Tell me about it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. She carries herself like she's 5'3".
Yeah. She's 4 inches
She's
tall.
got big-
She's 4
she's got
inches
big
shorter
dick
than
energy.
me. She does have big dick energy. She was like
She's
saying,
4 inches shorter than you, Tara? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I know. I love how she
How-
was
How
not
many times have you
afraid.
felt tall? She's not afraid to what?
She's not afraid to ruffle a few feathers too. I love that because she's a bad bitch. I've rarely felt tall when I'm around kids. Maybe
Mm.
I have a doctor that's shorter than me, so that's pretty wild.
Oh, wow. In other sporting news, Chiefs make Butker NFL's richest kicker. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's a great message to send
yeah,
the world. What do we
pays to be a
just
good
every
guy.
year the NFL? Tara, we should really just stop.
I
with the
know.
NFL.
We should.
Every year we say that, like hey, we don't care about women. And
Yeah.
2 years ago, they've made fucking Deshaun Watson the highest paid quarterback and like most like guaranteed money of all time. And now, not that I'm not. It's not fair to compare Harrison
Right.
Butker to him, but he's also not a good dude when it comes to women.
No, because he's very oppressive to women, and
He
that's
actually might
very
be worse.
dangerous. That's
he
a
actually might
very
be worse because he's more vocal about it.
that's extremely
Um,
dangerous.
So the NFL is so stupid, and I think maybe we should stop watching it, Tara.
Well, and then
Do we
Tyreek.
boycott it this year? And Tyreek Hill made a lot of money.
Well, they restructured his deal, so he is getting.
He's the highest
It's
paid.
basically guaranteed. Everything's guaranteed now. So I think it's
How about just the guy? How about a bunch of guys that have done nothing?
yeah.
A bunch of non-winners.
Also, Tyreek Hill
I mean, I guess
got
Harry,
voted.
I guess Harry Butker.
Tyreek Hill got
technically-
voted as the number one player by the players in the league. And I'm like, okay, some people are a little jealous of Mr. Patrick Mahomes.
I'm so smart. It won't be every week. It's just this week.
I misspoke.
I know. Get over it. Get over it. I'm allowed to make fun of you. That's kind of the point. How about you make fun of me a little bit?
I'm not
Have
mean.
some balls.
I'm
It's
not
not about
mean.
being mean. It's a podcast. It's called Rib. Rib and be ribbed upon. And guess what? Yes, Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the NFL. No one should vote otherwise. It's
Yeah.
fucking stupid and it's a farce. I would put about 10 people ahead of him.
I know. I'm like, how did
Fucking-
he? Just because he's fast?
Because he's the fastest. He might be the fastest guy in the league. That doesn't make him the best player. Here's what we've said this before. Players are bad at judging who the
Yeah.
actual best player in the league is. They've been saying Kyrie's the best in the NBA forever, and he's just not.
And the thing about Tyreek Hill is he didn't help his team get past where they needed to be. They didn't get where they
He hasn't
needed
won
to
a
be.
thing without Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly.
He hasn't won a thing without Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has won 2 Super Bowls without him now?
Yeah. It's like
Go fuck yourself,
he isn't
you
making
idiots.
that much of a difference. It's like, yeah, he's fast.
Yeah, it's Patrick.
Yeah.
And then it's probably, I don't know. I don't know who
The
after that.
li-
It's
the-
Patrick and everybody else. It's Patrick and
I
everybody
know.
else. You know? It's so stupid.
It's total jealousy because
Number 2 was who?
Lamar. So he wasn't even.
The fact that he's not even the top quarterback
Yeah.
is a fucking joke. Players, that's just Tara. Players aren't smart. They're stupid. There are a bunch of Taras out there.
Yeah, I
It's
get
too
it.
easy.
Too many Taras out there.
Too many Taras
We need
out
more
there.
Drews.
Not enough
we
Drews.
need
out
more
on the-
Drews out
We
there.
got Drews. Drews are running. Drews are the guys picking these guys. These coaches.
We need Drews running the show.
We got the Shanahan. I'm a Shanahan out there. Not that he wins
Mhm.
anything, I guess.
I'm like
Any other?
I'm like an Andy Reid in my outfit.
Oh wow, Andy. I'm an Andy. I am Andy. What do you got? Any other sports stuff before we move on to all of our shit we got to do?
No, we gotta get moving.
Yeah, we do because you got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Cool. So we did. So let's start with a list, and then we'll do the movie, and then we'll do the last list.
'Kay.
Which list do you like more? Let's do sisters.
Okay. I gotta get.
Because the cookie one, I don't even know what you came up
I
with.
don't
And, like,
either.
so let's do our top sisters. I had fun with the sisters. So we did our top 3 plus. So we ended up doing our top 5 sisters in movie and TV. Top 5 sisters in movie and TV. And now I think Tara thought I meant duos, but I did not. So I clarified that. I just meant like, you're like, oh, that's the sister in the movie. Like, it's like them being a sister is important to me. That to me, it had to be, obviously most people in movies are technically, a lot of women are probably somebody's sister in that movie. But this was more like being a sister is a part of what they are. Do you know what I mean?
I think I messed up.
How? Tara, this wasn't hard. Sisters.
I thought it had to be like multiple sisters.
You literally said duos, and I said no.
Which
just
meant
a
you
sister.
could have like 3 sisters then.
Nope. I'll read it to you. I will read it to you. And when I said it in the pod, I said it right.
No, you didn't.
Tara, I did.
I listened to the pod today. Not helping my smarts. I'm a big old dummy.
Just sisters. A sister doesn't mean, I didn't mean plural. You had to be sister.
Yeah, that's what
just
I
someone
thought.
who's a sister. Oh, that's the sister in the show. Not, you know how fun, you know how not fun it is to pick just sisters. That's boring. Your list is gonna suck. It's gonna be. I can probably tell you the 5 groups of sisters you picked. That's the thing. I don't think I have a single one where it's actual assist. Some of them have sisters in these things.
Give me like 2 seconds.
Just go. Let's just hear your shitty list. It's fine.
Nope.
No, I like it.
Nope.
We're not totally. Who cares if they're different lists? Tara, it's not. You're not gonna be able to come up with a better list than me.
Well, then I'm gonna.
In 2 seconds.
I'm gonna delete some and add some.
You don't have time.
I do too.
You don't.
Yes, I do. Okay, you go first.
Okay. Hold on. Let me open it up. So my number. It's actually, I had a hard time putting them in order. I'm going to say my number 5 sister is Marsha Brady.
Oh.
Marsha Brady.
Marsha.
She's one of 3 sisters, one of 6 siblings, but she was like she's the sister. She's like the cool sister, the hot sister. She's the sister everybody wants to be. She's a sister that her sisters are jealous of. She's Marsha Brady. That's my number 5 sister.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 5.
So I guess you could have chose the Brady sisters if you'd like, if you wanted to.
My number 5 is Jan Brady because because she's the sister that kind of always
come up with it.
She always
come up with that?
She always gets shit on. And everyone's like, "Oh, Jan," and that's kind of how I feel like I'm the Jan Brady of the family.
You're the Jan of the family?
Yeah. So I really
see that.
identify with her, where it's just kind of like there's a cool family, the Brady Bunch or the Mellons, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Jan," like I say something and no one takes it serious because I'm just a dumbass.
Yeah, I get that. Making up fake boyfriends.
Exactly. George
Glass.
George Glass. Yep.
My number 4 TV movie sister of all time is I'm gonna go with Princess Leia.
Oh.
Princess Leia. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she's important. It's important to note that she's a sister because she's Luke's sister. It's a big part of the story. So my number 4 sister of all time is Princess Leia. First of all, hot, real hot. I don't like that she kisses. I don't like that they kiss in the first one.
Do they?
Tara, you love Star Wars.
I do, but I don't remember them.
Him.
Isn't it just like a cheek kiss?
Or it might be the second one. Is it the second one?
I think so, because I don't think they kiss.
They kiss in the second one then.
Okay.
I forget. I always forget which one it happens in. I think it's the first one.
I don't know.
I can't remember. It might be the second one.
I don't ever recall seeing them smooch-a-rooch.
They smooch. What are you talking? It's like he makes this like Han's in the room. It's like to make Han jealous.
Oh.
And like he makes like a face.
Well.
Like, oh wow. It's a great scene. What's your number 4?
My number 4 sister is Sister Mary Clarence in Sister Act.
Nice. I like that.
Not
good.
only is she a
That's new too?
what? Yeah.
Was that a new one too?
That is a new one.
That one could have worked in the old one too, technically, your old list.
Sister Mary Clarence, because she goes in. I like her better in Sister Act 2 because I like that one
Yeah.
better. But she saves the day in both of them. She goes in. I don't even remember what the first one's about. Oh, she's hiding in the first one, so it's almost like witness protection.
Is that what her name is in it?
Sister Mary.
I have Whoopi in Sister Act as an honorable mention.
Okay.
I have it just as I don't know her name. I thought Whoopi was good enough.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
I
know what you're saying.
In the first one, she
Whoopi's
brings them together, makes them stronger, and then in the second one, she saves the day for St. Francis and is a positive influence on the children.
Sure. My number 3.
Sure.
My number 3 sister of all time is Sweet Dee.
Oh, she was my number 2.
Sweet
I'll make her my
Dee
3.
is my number 3 sister of all time. Because she's awesome.
Yes.
She's like, you're actually the Sweet Dee of the family. We actually treat you more like that than they treated Jan.
Sure.
At least Jan's like invited to the cookouts. Like Sweet Dee is lucky if they acknowledge her in the space and don't make her life hell. Your phone's giving me a little feedback there, Tara. If you can move it away from your mic when you're not using it.
Is that good?
Yeah, just don't have it by your microphone when you're not looking at it. So yeah, you're Sweet Dee. Sweet Dee's awesome. She's the fucking one of the funniest characters on TV history. So Sweet Dee, my number 3 sister of all time. And that's yours as well?
Yeah, she's also. I love her so much. She kind of reminds me of me because, I was a lot of times the only girl with a lot of guys around, and I was definitely that little sister, like, shut the hell up, but also I try hard to be a part of the crew, get as weird as everyone else is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I'll let you go for number 2. What's your number 2? Don't matter. Just go with one of the ones you have. It doesn't matter if they're sisters.
Okay,
fine.
My number 2 is Roseanne and
one.
Jackie.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's real good. If you had to pick one, say you had to pick one, are you picking them as a duo? You can pick them as a duo.
I really like them as a duo because
Roseanne and Jackie from Roseanne.
Yeah, they just seem like the quintessential Midwestern sisters.
Yeah,
where they're in each other's life a lot. They care about each other. They're there for each other.
Got each other's backs.
They got each other's backs. They annoy each other, but they're
it's realistic.
Yes, I love them.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And they're
I didn't think of that one. I didn't think of that one at all. I didn't think of a lot of adult sisters. I say that, but half of them have been adults so far. My number 2 sisters are the Sanderson sisters.
It's my number 1.
Oh dang, my bad.
You're good.
My bad. So you can talk about them then. You talk about them, Sanderson sisters. Then since it's your number 1, I'll let you talk about them first.
Yeah.
And then I'll come back around and tell you what I liked about them.
I freaking love the Sanderson sisters because they are the best. They all have their role in their family, and when you just think of 3 sisters that are there for each other and are unconditionally there for each other, that's them. But I also like the power dynamics because, you've got the head honcho, which is Winnie, and the goofy one, which is Mary, and then Sarah's the hot, sexy one, and they all just play their roles perfectly. And then I really liked the second movie because it kind of showed how they had been there for each other since the jump, and it kind of made their relationship seem more special, where they weren't just mad at each other, where Winnie was trying to be the driving force to do something. She actually did love them, but she was just kind of
I've never seen the second one.
Oh, gosh. They can sing. They can dance.
Never seen it.
They're hilarious.
Are they?
Yes.
I like them because they're goofball,
scary.
slapstick. They're funny. They're hot. They're cool. they're the full package, and that's just a good movie. And there's three sisters. It's rare
Mm-hmm.
you get a trio like that.
And they're
Yeah,
witches, which
the
I
Sandersons.
freaking love.
My number one sister of all time is Christina Applegate
Oh,
as
Kelly.
Kelly Bundy and Sue Ellen from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Oh, Sue
She gets
Ellen.
the double billing because she is the hottest sister of all time. Super hot as Kelly Bundy, and then she's also super hot as Sue Ellen in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. And she kicks ass in both. She's like owns it. She's a dummy, but she's sexy, but she also kind of does like controls her life in Married with Children, and then obviously she's a total badass and Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Yes.
So Christina Applegate,
That's a good one.
just as a whole, playing sisters, nailing it, is my number one sister of all time. Why don't you tell me your list that you actually had as like your honorable mentions? As your honorable mentions,
I had, let's see here, Mary Kate and Ashley in anything they did because they're freaking awesome.
Sure, that makes sense. They could have been on that list. These all could have been on your list, Tara.
They just
didn't have to all be sisters.
I had Sansa and Arya from Game of Thrones because they were both badasses in their own right. I had Sally and Jillian from Practical Magic because I freaking love that movie and they had such a wonderful sisterhood.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had then I have the rest are my honorable mentions.
What are they?
Liv and Maddie from Liv and Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
Val and Holly from What I Like About You.
Mm-hmm.
Annie and Hallie from The Parent Trap.
Mm-hmm.
And Maribel, Luisa, and Isabella from Encanto.
Oh, okay. There you have it.
There you have it.
Couple I didn't make my list, but I like. Ren Stevens was on my list. Got knocked off by the Sanderson sisters. Ren Stevens was I always liked her as the sister.
Yes.
In that show. Dottie Hinson, great sister in A League of Their Own. Yes. Her sister sucks. Would make my worst sister. Kid is a piece of anti-sister list. We could do an anti-sister list. That could be fun. I love Dottie.
Yes.
I had the Tanners, the Tanner sisters, all three of them.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen, the Tanners were good. And then my last one was, even though there was a lot of shenanigans, was Monica Geller as a sister.
Yes.
Were my honorable mention sisters.
Love it.
I thought that's a pretty good list. I have a pretty good list.
Yeah.
And I actually like everything from your list. You just didn't have to have sisters. Neither of us had said sister. Neither of us said the sisters from 10 Things I Hate About You. Neither of us said Little Women. And neither of us said I can't think of any other sisters. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Ooh, love that movie.
Not actual sisters.
Not actual sisters, but great.
And then the two sisters from Teenage Serial Killer.
Teenage.
Were they sisters?
Oh my god.
They were sisters, right?
No.
Were they not? No, they weren't sisters. They were just friends, weren't they?
Bounty Hunter.
They were friends. Teenage. It's a bummer that they didn't bring that back for second season.
They had like twin telepathy though, so I don't remember.
Oh, so they were twins. Yeah, they were twins.
There was something weird about though. What was it?
They were twins.
But their mom wasn't their mom, right? The person they thought was their mom wasn't their mom.
Something like that. I don't remember exactly, but they were twins.
Super good though.
They were twins.
Perfect.
All right, we watched a movie. It's funny that because on the rewatch, I'll just tell you. We'll talk about it. We watched not Daredevil. We both watched Death Proof. What the fuck is my problem?
Oh my
Deadpool.
god, dummy!
We both watched the movie Deadpool this week. Tara had never seen it. I had seen it. So this is like Tara's third or fourth Marvel movie we've had her watch. Maybe only her third. But we watched Deadpool, and it was its budget showed, is what I will say. In the long when I rewatched it, I will say that's what I'm going to say. But let's start with you, Terry. Deadpool. What did you know going into it? Not much.
I knew nothing. I just knew it was Marvel. So
Can you get that mic just a little bit closer to you? It just sounds like you're so far away from it. It's like quiet
yes.
today. It sounds like you're in a tin can.
Um, I knew nothing about it. I just knew it was a Marvel movie, and I knew that Ryan Reynolds was in it. That is all I
Yeah.
knew. Um, so when I first started watching it, I hated it because it was confusing because I had no um
Oh yeah.
I
Even though
ha-
I'd seen it, I was confused. I'm like, what the fuck?
I had no reference to any of this, and then he was making references to um X-Men, and
Yeah.
I didn't understand why he was making references to that, and it was just
Right.
kind of jumping all over the place.
Yep.
But then once I finally figured out what was happening and it settled
Sure.
in, I enjoyed it a lot more. But the
Yeah.
first part, trying to like get my bearings, I was like, what is this? And I
Yeah.
felt that because it has comedy to it, but since I was so confused, the comedy felt
It was too
it
fast
was too
almost.
fast and it felt forced. And
Yes. It is forced. It
it
is.
felt forced, which I then said, because I was thinking to myself, okay, I know it's going to have more movies to it.
Two more.
Two more movies to it.
And more to come.
So my thoughts were, if they carry that throughout, it won't feel as weird because that's just the character.
You're right. It is. I
So,
guess that's how it
right.
is in the comic books. I don't read the comic
Right.
books,
So I was like,
but
okay, if I read the comic books and I had to kind of think of it more, because sometimes when you think of these Marvel movies, I think of like superhero movies, and it
mm-hmm.
is sort of an hour. This is like an anti-hero movie, but it's not like a Batman or something like that. It's sillier and it feels more comic booky because of the
Yeah.
weird jokes that felt flat sometimes, but sometimes they're kind of funny. But also, it was made in 2016, so maybe I would have liked it better then. I don't know, but it was
Sure.
overall. I thought it was a fine movie. Like once
Yeah,
it
I
got
think
into it, it started to cook more and
I
was
think the middle of the movie is the best part of the
yeah.
movie. Once you kind of hear the story, what happened to him and like what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like the beginning's a little rough because you just kind of jump into it, and then
Yeah.
I think the end's bad.
Yeah.
Like the big ending is stupid and doesn't make any sense.
No.
I don't even know what they're at, what that thing is that they like
Went
that
to.
topples over at the end.
Yeah.
It's like a giant ship, and like his girlfriend is in that thing and it like flies off of it and isn't even hurt.
Right.
Like, what is this?
It's like, oh, that's
Um,
indestructible now?
Yeah, it was weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so those that have never seen Deadpool, it's a Marvel movie. Ryan Reynolds basically gets sick with cancer
Mm-hmm.
and tries to get himself cured, and whatever they give him some drug that like pulls out, supposed to give you your superpower, and they couldn't get it out of him, and then his superpower ends up being that he can heal with like injuries, but he also like gets and not even that ugly. Like he doesn't even look that bad, honestly. He still
No.
looks like Ryan Reynolds,
Exactly.
but he just kind of has some scars on his face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
still kind of just looks like if Ryan Reynolds was like a average Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look great, but it also doesn't look that like they
Right.
should have
Like
made him
when
almost
people
look more
were,
fucked up.
I know when people were like kind of looking at him, it's like, really?
That's the type of person you barely even
I
like.
know.
You're like, oh, I shouldn't look at that
Especially
person.
with his like it's not like he had another arm growing out of his face or something. It was just
Yeah.
his face looked a little bit scarred.
Yeah, actually, I think they should have made him look a little more fucked up, even.
Yeah.
But though before he got fucked up, pretty handsome couple.
Oh yeah.
Sexy scenes.
Very sexy scenes.
She's gets not afraid to get a little nude in a show, in a movie. She always looks great.
Yeah. And they had
don't
really
even know her
good
name.
chemistry.
Yeah, she's cool.
I liked it.
Um,
They had a weird dynamic at first, and then it was like, okay, this is just what they do to each other.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
They like to
Yeah,
bone.
so let's just jump into the categories, I think, quick. It's not that bless you.
Thank you.
It's not that important of a movie to kind of
No.
go through everything. There's not even like a scene like on the rewatch. Here, I will say this real quick on the rewatch. I didn't like it that much.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it less than I remember.
Yeah.
And 2, I don't remember even liking in the moment that much. And then 3, I had a lot of fun at. Wolverine, Deadpool, and Wolverine. but yeah, this one I was like, it's not that good. Like pretty low budget.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff is like, man, they're kind of in some dumb spots, and there's not a lot going on in this fight scene. And
And it kind of
like,
had a little bit of the issue that Alien had, where I didn't care that much about a lot of the
Right.
characters. Like, Deadpool was fine, but I was also just kind of like,
he can't even die.
yeah. I don't know. It just,
I guess you don't know that, but he can't really die.
well, he seems to not be able to because he heals
He just
himself.
heals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
so, but yeah, categories.
Categories. My favorite
Marvel.
character
Deadpool. Yeah.
was Blind Al.
Blind Al. Can't hate. You gotta love Blind Al.
She was feisty, independent,
Yep.
blind,
Drug abuser.
drug abuser, said some weird, funny things.
Yeah, she's good. She's good in all three.
She cared about Deadpool. Like, they had like a nice relationship, and he was able to go there when he got fucked up in the face. I loved the moment where she was putting together a dresser
Yeah.
from like IKEA. So it had a million pieces, and she thought that she nailed it, and it falls apart. It was awesome.
You like that bit?
Yep. So she was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
My least favorite character was the recruiter that went to all the sick people to recruit them to go to Ajax/Francis's experiment laboratory, because he was just a freaking creep. I mean, Ajax was the worst, let's be honest, but
My least favorite character is the teenager.
I knew you were
What's her
going to
name?
say that.
I just don't. The character's stupid.
Yeah.
It's a dumb character. And like, she's like,
When she's like on her
she
phone.
says, like, "Oh, like you're not." And then
And then
at the end, she's like, "Oh, she's like, you're pretty cool. That's pretty cool." Like, who is this teenager?
Yeah.
Why this sucks? It was a dumb character. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Pointless. I guess that was the thing. I think both of those side X-Men were pointless.
I know.
It's almost like they chose the lamest ones. They might have chose the lamest ones on purpose, though, because they couldn't get X-Men.
Well, that was kind of one of the jokes that
Right,
they
that's
said.
what I'm saying. Maybe that's why they chose. Maybe that's why that one did suck so much. Like, it was supposed to be annoying.
Yeah.
I'm like, this person sucks.
Uh-huh.
But it didn't work for me. It doesn't work for me.
And then
Not a good bit, in my opinion.
no. Ajax Francis, but I can talk about him later. Or no.
Lean in a little more.
Ajax Francis, same person. I also hated him because he was torturing terminally ill people to take their powers and enslave them.
Yeah.
And create his own
I
little
don't know
army.
how that was gonna
Create his own little
confused
army.
on how that was gonna work.
Yeah.
How he was gonna keep them enslaved afterwards. Didn't seem like anyone would want. I didn't understand that part of it, but it did make a lot of sense.
I know that part was weird because then he ran into the guy that was being tortured with him,
Yeah.
and he was trying to get Deadpool. So I don't know. So he was part of his army.
Right.
The iconic moment for me was when Wade becomes Deadpool, when they're like sucking the air out of him and he becomes Deadpool, and then he gets the match and lights the whole lab on fire and it explodes and he escapes.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's
not really.
There really
I would say
isn't.
There's not really. There's not really a moment in Deadpool that's not really, because the iconic moment is supposed to be like something that's probably most known for, and I don't know that there is a moment.
Maybe it's when he's literally
I would
at the
say it's-
beginning, sitting up,
I
like
think
drawing.
I think that's probably actually what
Yeah.
it is. It's just him sitting on the bridge,
talking,
right
like
at the beginning,
the
being
fourth wall,
Deadpool.
kind of showing what this movie's going to
Just
be.
the fourth wall break.
Yeah. That's
It's
probably
him as
right.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah, at the beginning, that's probably what it really is. But that is a cool scene, the way he ends up with the match and getting it to. It's kind of a cool scene.
That's probably more of my favorite scene.
Yeah.
Just because he
Probably your favorite
is.
scene.
It just shows like how he doesn't give a fuck and how he's not gonna cave in regardless on how much he gets tortured.
Well, here's the thing: is on rewatch, and now that I've seen Wolverine and Deadpool that one, and just the action sequences are so much better in it.
Oh, these
And, like,
action
the
sequences were so bad.
There's just their lights. They're like nuts compared to it.
Yeah.
Like, they're like amazing. So it's almost like, man, this is kind of like like the first scene on the bridge is kind of boring.
I
He has
know.
12 shots to kill these guys, which is kind of an interesting scene. But as a whole, it's kind of like,
Especially since,
It's
again,
kind of a
there
turd.
was just like no
it was not
weight
that
to
expensive
it.
to make.
There was no weight to it when he was
Right.
killing them. Like, I don't know why he's killing these people.
Well, that's kind of the crazy part in Wolverine and Deadpool, because they fight a bunch in it,
Mm-hmm.
but neither of them can. They both just heal. That's their whole thing. So they're just like stabbing each other over and over and over and over and over again. And there's like really no stakes at all to it. It's actually kind of silly. But what's your next?
My
segment?
Tara moment was when I found out that he's diagnosed with terminal cancer,
Sure.
and the love of his life, he was going to have to leave her, and it
Yeah.
was just like heartbreaking because they really
Yeah.
did love each other a lot.
They
So
did.
hated that shit. My favorite moment was I already kind of
tell us.
said one of them, but the other one that I really liked is when he was punching Colossus and like his arms were like turning into
Oh.
jelly, and then he's like, "Have any of you seen 127 Hours?" And he cuts off his arm and
Yeah, that's good.
escapes.
Yeah, that's good. It was gross.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good scene. That's pretty.
and that's when he goes
That whole-
back to Blind
yeah.
Ale
Yep.
for some backs of tracing.
Mm-hmm.
The hero, there isn't really a hero. It's an anti-hero movie, Deadpool.
He's a hero, but still, we got to pick the hero of the movie.
Deadpool.
He's still the hero.
Saves
He
the
thinks
gal.
he's not an anti-hero though, Tara. That's the thing, is he thinks he is, but he's just a hero. Honestly, he's not really an anti-hero. Because anti-heroes do bad stuff. He doesn't really do bad stuff. Like, an anti-hero is Walter White or Tony Soprano. Where maybe before he becomes Deadpool, when he's kind of just like an assassin or doing bad shit, I would say maybe. But once he's Deadpool, he's kind of just a hero. He doesn't really go after. He doesn't really do anything.
Well,
shady.
I
It's
feel
all
like the
kind of-
only thing he was really doing was going after Francis
right,
and stalking Vanessa.
which is fun.
Yeah.
But he's basically just a hero after that. From this point on, he's just a hero. He's not. I mean, to call him, people say that he's an anti. I'm like, he's really not though. He's not Tony Soprano, where he's just doing shitty shit, and then you kind of are rooting for him, because he's not doing shit. The anti-heroes are doing shitty shit, and you root for him anyway. Where he was like trying to get his girl back, and he was fighting the bad guy, the actual bad guy.
Oh, you know who else? That was my least favorite character?
Who?
Weasel, his friend at the bar.
Oh, what's his nuts? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like him in anything.
No.
He's not in the new one because he
Well,
basically
he
no
got
one
in
likes him in
trouble.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
No one likes him in Hollywood because he's a douche.
But I hated him because, one, he was choosing that Wade was gonna die, his friend. And then the other
Yeah.
thing was he went to the strip club with him to try to find Vanessa to like help save her, and he can't even focus for 1 second and gets lured in by the strippers. And then
Sounds
she
like something
gets
you might have done.
why?
Can't pay attention. You can't even focus for 10 seconds.
Well, on important things like saving Vanessa.
With a stripper on your lap? That's tough. I like that she just works at a strip club.
I know.
But it's not a stripper.
Mm-hmm. She's just
It's
a
like, hey,
waitress.
let's make her. I know. But there's almost like, we don't want to make her like, it was like a choice. They could have made her a stripper.
Yeah.
They would have made, like, I felt like that they thought people wouldn't cheer for her as much. It's like, oh, she's a whore. I'm not saying that, but people would like, oh, she's less, like, people definitely would have less thought. They thought less of her for sure.
For sure. Villain is Ajax Francis. Bad dude.
Sure. Yeah, I would say definitely. But it could also be, like you said, could be his buddy. He's kind of the worst.
Weasel?
He's kind of a villain. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a villain.
But I mean, Ajax is an evil
he's a piece of
psychopath.
Yeah, he's bad.
Yeah.
He's
He's
bad these
hot,
days.
though. Ooh.
Is he?
Ooh. He kind of has a hotness to him.
Oh, okay. He plays a bad guy in a new movie. Rebel Moon. It's not even that new. Rebel Moon. It's called. It's on Netflix, and he's I think he's not hot in it. I think he looks creepy. He almost like lost too much weight.
Oh.
He almost lost more. He got like in more shape and almost looks. Speaking of, Tara, I'm worried.
What?
No, here's the thing. I'm not famous enough, so no one's gonna think I Ozempic. I don't want because like I'm losing like weight pretty fast.
Yeah.
Like Ozempic fast almost.
Yeah.
But I don't have Ozempic. But I'm fine because I don't have Ozempic face.
Right.
Like I'm not like emaciated in the face, and that's usually
A
telltale sign that you're on one of those things. But I don't want people to. I want people to know. I have no problem with people taking their H1N1s. Is that what they're called, or is that swine flu?
I think it is. GLP-1.
Yeah, GLP-1s. I got no problem with that. But I also, if you
smart.
it by work, if you earn it while work because you work out hard and eat well, I want the credit for that.
Exactly.
I want the credit for that
Yes.
because that means I did something. That means I like changed something in my brain. Where the drugs are, they're a shortcut. I don't have a problem with people taking that shortcut. No way, no how. But I want my credit.
You get it, Drew.
I'm gonna get it because I'm also getting gruff and beef. I'm getting beef. I don't even know what this shirt would have looked like on me 4 months ago.
It would have looked.
Not like this. It would have been
It would have
burst.
been popping. You've been popping out. Pop, pop.
It would have been something like
Pew.
that. That don't even look that
It
bad.
might have pewed.
Pull tight. Look at that fat neck though. All right.
We got to get back to business. We got
hurry up,
15 minutes, and I got to get out of here.
All right, go.
The message: have better intuition when you're meeting with a creep like the recruiter, because that guy.
There's no way he wouldn't have known that was bad news.
Exactly.
There's no way he didn't know that. There's no way.
Nope. That guy had a look.
There's no
and
way.
a vibe. We all knew. You should have known Deadpool, especially since you're smarter than that, Wade.
He's definitely smarter than that. He ain't no terror.
No, exactly. And then I will rate this fourth wall that breaks inside a fourth wall.
Nice. You did it.
I did it. I remembered
You
to
came
do
to
it.
fucking play. You came with it.
I came.
You had it.
I was like, oh my God, I actually have to rate this.
I'm like, is she going to get it?
No, I got it.
And she nailed
I got
it. You fucking nailed it,
I nailed
Tara.
it.
I'm proud of
Thank-
you. Best rating you've ever done. I think. It's in the mix, for sure. I think. All right, we're back, guys. we had a little hiccup there. But Tara, we're proud of you. We're proud of your rating.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. It was the least Tara you've been this whole episode.
I'm very proud of that. That's my goal now. That's my goal.
But let's move on. Let's get our list going. This is our top 5 cookies of all time. Top 5 cookies of all time. Whatever that meant to us. Because we've done a list of like actual flavors of cookies before. This is not that.
Yeah.
Because that's boring. This is more fun. I don't know what Tara has. She doesn't know what I have. It could be weird.
It could be weird.
Tara, what's your number 5 cookie of all time?
My number 5 cookie of all time is Christmas Cookies Body Mist by Bath & Body Works.
Oh, wow.
It's a body mist that has notes of creamy cookie dough, almond biscotti, and caramel woods.
That's a lot of cookies.
You smell like a goddamn Christmas cookie. It's great.
Oh, wow.
I love it.
Wow. How smelly is in that apartment now?
Delicious.
I would probably hate it. I don't like smells that much.
You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it.
My number 5 cookie of all time is a cookie on the side, or cookie as a side. My number 5 is a cookie as a side. You know, when you have dinner and you put not even dinner, like you're going at a cookout or something, you had like a place where you put a cookie on the plate with your food. You eat it within the dinner. It's not dessert.
No,
you're going to
go back
table
for that.
later.
Exactly.
Absolutely. You're going to go later and get some pie, some cake, more cookies.
Yes.
But this is like the side cookie. That's my 5th favorite cookie of all time. What's your 4th favorite cookie?
My 4th favorite cookie is Cookie Crisp. I love Cookie Crisp. It's
I do too.
One of the best cereals. You can probably crush a whole box of it.
Oh, yeah.
I always would try to eat off the little like chocolate chip cookie or the chocolate chips on it. Delicious.
Yeah. That's good. I love Cookie Crisp. It might be the cereal that most goes from amazing to kind of gross the fastest, but I still like it. I still like when it's slimy.
Yes.
My number 4 is not as fun as my first one, but my number 4 is just a fresh baked cookie out the oven. Like a homemade, someone made you cookies and you eat it before it even cools.
Yes.
Like it doesn't even taste as good sometimes.
No.
because the flavors haven't like congealed.
But still.
It's fresh. No one else is gonna get one for that fresh.
No.
You're the only one that's gonna get one that fresh.
And
I
that
love that.
meltiness.
It's one of my favorite things. And sometimes it is the best way to eat.
Yes.
Sometimes it hot version.
Sometimes
is
it's
the
the
best.
only way.
Sometimes it is the only way.
Okay, my
As
number.
a man who's had a lot of cookies baked for him, I've had a lot of them. And I love them. Tara, what's your number 4?
My number 3 is
Oh, that's right.
a cookie cake. You can't go wrong with a cookie cake. It's got
love a
frosting
cookie cake.
on it. And I feel like whenever someone brings a cookie cake, you're not disappointed. You're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, cookie cake?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Yum.
I love a cookie cake. I
Mhm.
love a cookie. Tara, cookie cakes are good and underrated.
Yes.
Good and underrated. There's times I've bought a cookie cake just because I wanted a cookie cake
Yeah.
and I felt dirty and I ate
I
it.
know. Cookie cake feels like something you shouldn't buy yourself.
But you do.
But you
I
do. Yeah.
I haven't in a long time, but my number 3 cookie of all time is the breakfast cookie. When you wake up and you have a cookie to start the day.
Oh.
Love it. I love it.
Yes.
I did that a lot over the last year. That's why I had to start losing weight because I would wake up. Miranda would make a batch of cookies, and for me, and I'd wake up like, well, am I not gonna eat a cookie?
Yeah.
There's a cookie right there, and they're delicious.
I'm going to eat it.
I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah.
That's my breakfast, and then I'm gonna eat one on my way down to the car.
Yes.
That didn't make my list, so I mentioned it. Tara, what's your number 2 cookie of all
My
time?
number 2 cookie is a cookie party or a cookie exchange.
Oh,
Where there's all the cookies.
everyone brings a
that
cookie?
Everyone brings a different cookie, and you just
Nice.
eat cookies, you drink drinks, and you chat. And then when
love
you
it.
go home, you take a little doggy
tr-
bag of cookies.
you try every cookie while you're there if you can.
Oh, yes.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I've had
It's
like
tough.
30 cookies in a night.
Yeah.
I felt sick afterwards.
Especially since not all
I think
cookies are
Zelina
created
did it
equally.
with me. I think Zelina did that with me.
I think she might have.
I'm gonna see if she remembers that. I'm gonna ask her. My number 2 cookie of all time. I'm struggling. I'm gonna say my number 2 cookie of all time is a pantry cookie. It's when you stand
Ooh.
in the pantry when you decide what you want to eat, and you eat a cookie while you decide what other snack you want.
Yep.
It's the pantry cookie.
The pantry
It's the
cookie.
bonus snack. It's another reason I had to lose some weight because when you stand in the pantry and eat a cookie while you decide what chip you want, it's a problem. But
Yeah.
there ain't nothing better than opening up a cookie and not even closing it because you know you're going to grab another cookie
Yeah.
before you
Pantry
close
cookies
the
are at
pantry.
least 2 cookies
Yeah.
per.
Yeah, love a pantry cookie.
And at the Mellon household, that
I could
was-
get a half a sleeve of
Yeah.
it. And honestly, it's like a
Yeah.
sleeved thing. I could half a sleeve in the pantry before I pick my next food, my next snack, no doubt. And then I go back.
Yeah.
And my number 1's a cousin that I'll tell you about it. But go ahead. What's your number?
My
what's your
number one.
one?
My number 1 cookie is Cookie the dog. I'm obsessed with
I
Cookie
knew that
the
was going to
dog.
be number 1.
She is my favorite. I got to see her this weekend. She's such a sweet girl,
Mhm.
and I love her. She looks like
Cookie
a little
the dog.
Oreo cookie, cookies and cream.
Yeah, I like that. My number 1 cookie of all time. Excuse me, I have to burp. My number 1 cookie of all time is the cookie you use as a scoop. You scoop it. The cookie that is the utensil. You dip it in peanut butter. You dip it in some Nutella. You dip it in a dip, like a dessert dip. When the cookie is the means of getting the dip into your mouth, that's the best kind of cookie there is. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
That's
I
my
would
number
probably
1 cookie.
say that I would most likely do the cookie utensil with ice cream.
You would dip that in ice cream.
Yeah.
Ice cream's too hard to dip a cookie in.
No, I would like scoop it up
Like a soft serve, maybe.
and like, yeah, use it as a spoon.
Sure. I like definitely dip Oreos in peanut butter a lot. Nutella I used to do. There's a reason I had to lose some weight. There's a reason There's a reason I've been losing weight.
And it's not Ozempic.
And it's not Ozempic, you stupid fucks. It ain't nothing. I ain't cheating. I ain't cheating at all. I get unless cheating is working out and sweating. Unless
Although
cheating's working out and
Ozempic
sweating.
isn't cheating, it's
It's
just
not
not what
cheating.
you're doing.
You're right. It's not that I'm not cheating. I've gone a different route.
Yes.
And
He's
it's a route where
chosen-
I'm going to be fucking yoked as fuck when I'm done. Yoked as fuck.
Oh my
shit.
god. Yo.
Oh shit. Any
Oh,
more
you're
cookies?
nuts.
Any honorable mention cookies that made you think of?
No.
I was going to say just to eat an entire box of Girl Scout cookies in one sitting.
Oh yeah.
That's
A
one of my favorite
sleeve-
kind of cookies.
I really
Just a whole box, a whole sleeve of Thin Mints for sure, but just a whole box.
ultimate cookie blizzard. Love it. It has all the cookies in it.
Cookie dough.
Hate cookie dough.
I love cookie dough. You don't love cookie dough? Like just regular, like homemade cookie dough.
Oh, like if someone's making cookies.
No, I mean cookie dough. Yeah. Like the
then
real
I'll
dough.
eat some dough.
That's good as hell.
Yeah.
We have one email. Then we gotta probably get out of here, right?
Yeah.
What time you gotta leave?
I gotta leave at 5:45.
Okay. Let's do email. I think we have one email, if I had to guess, and I know who it's from.
It's from
Someone
Jeannie.
named Jeannie emailed us. If you guys want to email us, it's MELLONfights@gmail.com. This has been a very good episode, guys.
It has been.
Feel free to pass this one on. Tara's volume's going to be a little weird. It's going to have to do a little work on the back end because she's been leaning in and out.
I just need I think what I need is one of those mics that you just have on a handheld mic on your ear.
Oh, that's not handheld. But
Yeah, it is.
No, handheld would be in your hand. That'd be a handheld mic.
Oh,
Tara,
hands
stop being
free.
a Tara.
Hands free.
Stop being a Tara.
God, I'm not doing well for myself.
Enjoyed last week's Olympics and overall sports talk overview and everything else. Drew, you were quite the interrupter.
Oh.
Although I understand it is
Drew,
critical to have
why
a
are you
Miller.
pulling a Tara?
I just didn't know what Mom was calling me. I was like, interpreter? What did I do? Oh, I understand it is critical to have a Miller High Life in hand when you're wearing a Miller race car jacket. That definitely takes precedence over Sun Lee's health and Olympics comeback. I mean, I literally was like, I remember this now.
Yeah.
Top 3 iconic dances. You changed the rules mid-conversation. Had to
You
be
did.
on the internet sensation, but I'm going with. No, it was always, I said, no, I said, I didn't
Viral.
say it had to be, I said viral, which implies internet. It just does.
No.
Yes, Tara, viral is an internet term. The viral didn't say the viral dance, the Macarena.
It was
Never was said
viral.
once.
It was
no
viral.
one said that ever.
But it was.
Doesn't matter.
It just had
It
a
wasn't-
different word.
No. Macarena, Gangnam Style, and the Hustle. are her
Gangnam
3.
Style.
The Hustle is not a fucking viral dance. Really, anything Michael Jackson, Thriller, Billie Jean moves are the best.
Oh,
Everyone
Thriller
tries to do
probably could have been
that.
viral.
Moonwalk, not many successful. The Parents' Day shout out, love you. Top 5 water park attractions: Dippin' Dots, water slides, the convoy from our house with families headed to Noah's Ark for the day. Aunt Pat screaming with Tara and Glee on the slides. I love that she loved everything so much. She was a big Black Thunder fan. You asked me, but she didn't mind put it on here. Laying in the sun in the wave pool and reading all day long, while evidently your lives were in danger in the picture.
They were.
We were almost dead. Top 5 cookies. Dad's list. He did it in the lightning round style. Snickerdoodle. He did just regular ass cookies.
Yeah.
Boring, old man. No, that's fine. Snickerdoodles, oatmeal scotchies, blueberry muffin top, Graham's sugar cookies that melt in your mouth, and Graham's sour cream cookies. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus: ideal cookies which no longer exist. It's a type of cookie called ideal
Yeah.
cookie. I don't know what that is. Wettest thing of the week: cleaning Uncle Cool Jeff's shop. They cleaned it.
Yeah, really well.
Driest: gnats, cookie, and I hate them. And have a Tuesday.
Cookie, our girl.
Anything, Tara, that you needed to mention on your list?
You know
got a couple
what?
minutes?
I don't think so.
We don't have anything planned for next week. I don't like that. Hold on, let's do it quick.
There's like,
You have today's holidays? Anything?
there was no good holidays today.
Oh, I can come up with something. I always do. National Today. National Wellness Month. That's not that helpful.
Oh, you're nailing it.
Well, I don't care about wellness. Civic holiday. National Root Beer Day is tomorrow,
Ooh.
Tara. National
we-
Root Beer Day. I don't know what we do with that.
Favorite, fuck, marry, kill. Butt chug root beer.
No, I mean for next week, a list.
Butt chug root beer.
That would
Chug
hurt.
root beer out of someone's butt.
Okay.
Or
Whose butt? Whose butt?
Steve Buscemi's butt.
Okay.
And or somebody putting root beer in their mouth, swishing it in their mouth, and then spitting it back in your mouth. And that's Steve Buscemi too.
Okay. Is Steve Buscemi the one that's funneling the root beer into my butt when I
Yes,
chug it?
Steve Buscemi's part of the whole root beer
Steve
gang.
Buscemi. I would say I would I guess I would. I'd kill having to drink out of Buscemi's butt. I guess I would fuck the spitting the root beer into my mouth, because that's just a little spit in each other's mouth. That's not a big deal. And then I would butt chug.
You have to swish it, though.
I'd marry butt chugging.
You butt chug.
Dang, that would, yeah, because it's like once a month. Just whoopsie doo, little burn, little butthole burn. I don't think it'd be that bad. I don't think it'd be that bad.
It'd be a little sparkle in your butthole.
Yeah, a little sparkly taint.
Oh, God.
I like it. Now let's see what next Monday is. Hold on, Tara. August holidays. What's next Monday's date? The 12th?
Yes.
International Youth Day. I feel like we always do shit about that.
Yeah.
Middle Child Day. That's me.
That's you. Oh, another day about Drew.
Another day about Andy. Milkman Day.
Milk money.
Milkman Day. How about our top 5 favorite things to do with milk?
Okay.
That's fun. I like that. And it's actual National Gooey Butter Cake Day. I could go for some gooey butter cake.
Yum.
Jenny's
has the best ice cream. Gooey butter cake ice cream.
It's also Mother's Day in Thailand next Monday. Oh. Do we want to do our top 3 favorite Thailand mothers?
No.
I got nothing else.
All right.
It's National Vinyl Record Day.
Ooh.
So maybe we could do something musical next week. A vinyl something musical.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
How about our top 5 musicals?
Musicals?
I don't even know if I like 5 musicals. Yeah, no, that's not. How about our top 5 musicals, movie and stage?
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be that fun.
It might be great.
Yeah, musicals, music, stage, TV, and movies. Whatever we want. Musicals.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool. I don't know. I don't have a movie idea for a movie next week, so we'll come with something.
Sounds good.
Another week. Hey, Tara?
We could watch a musical movie.
Oh, which one, though?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen Singing in the Rain?
Yes.
Okay, I have not.
Ooh, we could watch it.
I want to. Maybe it's been fun to see something either of us have seen. And sometimes it's hard to find musicals on. Hold on, top musicals. Top musical movies all time. Top musicals of all time. 67 best. That's too many. 35 best. How about? What do we got here? We got. Wizard of Oz is the first thing I saw. White Christmas, I've seen. I don't like it. How about? Have you ever seen Little Shop of Horrors?
No.
I haven't either.
Feed me. I've seen it on stage.
Grease, Coco, The Red Shoes, The Muppet Movie, Star is Born, Sound of Music. Maybe I don't want to even do the list. I don't know if I even want to do the list.
Okay, let's just not do it.
Let's not do it. We'll come up with something, and everyone will be surprised.
Be surprised.
You'll be surprised.
I love it.
By our list, what our list is going to be next week. 12 Angry Men. Good movie. You ever seen 12 Angry Men?
I have.
Classic.
All right, I got a boogie.
Stay dry.
Stay dry.
Have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Melon fights.
Melon fights.
I made that.
Yeah,
Bye.
you did. Bye.